Hi everyone. So a lot of you guys are doing a lot of pre and post type of surveys, and you have numerical data for one and numerical for the post. And especially when it deals with COVID stuff or number of working out hours. So if you have this type of data, this is what you want to be able to do because I feel like there's some confusion. So um, first, let's go ahead and talk about the pre and the post. So usually you don't want to do a scatter plot for this because I think the confusion is I want to be able to predict post with pre, and that's quite not what we want to do. So a lot of you guys are doing scatter plots because you see two different numerical variables. But because you're trying to figure out the differences between these two, if there really was a difference in the GPA from pre-COVID and then during COVID, you want to be able to do something a little bit different. So let me go ahead and just show you what you can do. So you can do multiple things to be able to compare them. So for one, you can look at a dot plot and just choose both of the variables. And then what you can do is that you can just click on the mean if you want to take a look at the mean and compute. And what you see is two different dot plots. Okay, so I don't know why it did this. Oh, I see, because O comes before R. So the bottom graph in this case is pre-COVID. So here is the GPA before COVID. So you can see if you look at the green little line that there is a much higher GPA. So about 3.18 is the average GPA of pre-COVID. You see this distribution. Now for post-COVID, or maybe during COVID, I should say, you can see that GPA actually has significantly dropped to a 2.9. Now, and what we really want to test is, okay, is this 2.9 significantly smaller than pre-COVID, which is 3.18? So, I mean, that's what we will do in the testing section. But this is one way that you can do it. You can go ahead and graph the pre and the post and just kind of compare it this way. You can look at all these different distributions. You don't want to do a scatter plot. Okay, like I said, that's something completely different. That's when you want to predict the post from the pre. And here we just want to be able to compare them and see if there was a differences between the means of the pre and the post. Okay, so that is one way that you can do your descriptive analysis. Okay, another way that you can do it is you can just use a histogram. You can look at the pre and the post. You can also do the mean or the median, whatever you'd like to do. And then here it does the pre. So pre-COVID, here is a nice distribution. The green will tell you what the GPA is, 3.18. And then the post, there's a little arrow over here that gives you the GPAs of the post. So here again, you can see a little bit lower in the GPA. Okay, so this is another way that you can do it. So if you don't want to do a dot plot, instead if you want to do a histogram, you are more than welcome to see. You can see also the variability is a little bit more scattered. There's a lot more. The GPA is a little bit more further away in the post than in the pre. So if you want to get the standard deviations also, you can just go to stat. Oh, no. We want to go to, stat, summary stats, go to columns, and graph both of these guys. And what that will do is that you'll be able to get the mean of the pre and the post as well. So you can see pre-COVID, you got this mean. Post-COVID, you got this mean. So you can see a little bit smaller GPA. So you got lower GPA. So did COVID really influence the GPA? And do you think it's statistically different? Is it that far away? And here are your standard deviations as well. So you can talk about them as well. Now, one of the things that I do notice is that some of you guys have categories for this, and that's kind of screwed up already because it's not numerical anymore. If you have categories for your pre and your post, please see me. We need to be able to be a little bit more strategic about this. Remember that this 2.5 to 3.0 is not a numerical variable. What you just did is you made it into a category. So if you did this, if you don't actually have the raw numbers, please let me know. We're going to have to do something a little bit different with that. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about a little bit about descriptive analysis when it comes to the two different paired tests.